George Stephanopoulos' wife, Ali Wentworth, has revealed the Good Morning America host's annoying habit. She co-hosted live with Kelly and Ryan the other day and spilled some tea on her husband. Ali filled in for Kelly Ripa on Wednesday, March 29. After discussing many topics, Ryan Seacrest asked her if she or her husband, George, snored. George Stephanopoulos snores, she said. He does, Ryan asked. Like a drunk old truck driver, Ali finished. The crowd laughed and Ryan asked what she did to stop it. First, I have to breathe because I'm so full of rage. And if it's really bad, I push him, I turn him, Ali said. And if he doesn't stop, I go down and sleep in my older daughter's room. You do? Ryan asked. Yeah. Then, he comes down and wakes me up and makes me go back to bed, Ali said through gritted teeth. With a job like this or that, you have to get sleep, Ryan said. Yes, Ali responded. After their discussion, Ryan read tips for stopping snoring, including drinking more water, taking baths before bed, and drinking less alcohol before going to sleep. Hello. Last week on GMA, George admitted that he was afraid of what his wife was going to say during her hosting gig. He admitted he was concerned about the after-hours stories Ali would tell. George shared his trepidation while interviewing Ryan Seacrest on GMA. He brought up that Ali would be filling in for Ryan's co-host Kelly Ripa on Live later that day. You can have a cup of coffee with my wife this morning, the TV anchor said. Ryan replied, yes, Ali is going to be co-hosting, filling in for Kelly. So she will, I'm sure, endlessly tell me things about you that happen behind the scenes, George. George replied, I usually work out after. He added, I don't always see it, but my phone starts to buzz because I know she's told some story about me. Ryan quipped, after-hours stories, George, that's what she likes. The after-hours stories. George laughed and responded, she does. Well, we'll see what she comes up with today. Right to be worried. He was right to be worried as Ali ended up sharing details of their sex life on Live with Kelly and Ryan later on. The comedian was talking about a couple who saved their marriage by making out more. There's no way I could make out with my husband without him wanting to go further, she said in a joking tone. You know what I mean. Water, water, everywhere, she said, with her hands in the air. Ryan couldn't stop laughing as he nodded in agreement. Ali rarely holds back while talking about her relationship with George and their family life. Throwing shade. Back in January, she called him out during a no-holds-barred interview with Jimmy Kimmel. The comedian slammed his behavior when she was giving birth to their first child, Harper, and also revealed the problem with marrying someone famous. She recalled being in labor with their child and George driving them both to the hospital. Ali slammed George for wanting to park near the hospital instead of pulling into the emergency parking because he claimed their situation wasn't an emergency. The comedian then went into his behavior in the delivery room while she was giving birth. Ali said, here's a problem with being married to somebody who's famous. I'm in labor. He looks down, which you shouldn't do by the way. They give him the scissors to cut the umbilical cord and I see George get light gray.